Hello everybody, welcome to today's pick a card. It will be something like, is my person aware of our soul connection? And please pay attention to this. This is not a reading, is there a soul connection or not? This reading is for those who already know that they have a soul connection with somebody. And it's not for people who are like in their ego, who like saw the celebrity on TV and they're like, oh, I must have a soul connection, the celebrity XYZ I never even saw in person, I've never even spoken to, is my twin flame. There is a lot of that going around here on YouTube, unfortunately. So it's nothing like those ego things, it's like you know a person, you have talked to that person, you have encountered that person, you have spoken to that person knows of your real physical existence, even if you maybe never met in person because you met online, but you have communicated in some form. So for those people who know there is this person, that person knows I exist and there is a soul connection, and you know that, so you want to know, are they aware of the connection or not? For those people, this reading is made, okay? There will be 6 piles today because I hope that those piles will be rather short. And it's like I already can hear Spirit laughing. I'll try. Anyway, I'm going to use the Mutant Tarot for the actual yes and no answers. I do have some pick a cards like this, simple yes and no answers. And as usually it will be major arcana cards are going to be yeses, court cards are going to be a no, and minor arcana cards are just going to give me more information. And I'm going to draw some extra cards, and I'm going to do that right now. Just to give a little bit more extra information about your spiritual connection. You use the Romance Angels. And again, it's so important for me to point out, you know that this is a connection, not because somebody told you, oh, I think you might be twin flames, but you know it in your heart, or soulmates, whatever soul connection, okay? You know it. That is, yeah, that part is important to me in this connection, that this person knows of your existence because you have spoken, you have met each other, or whatever it is. So 6 piles. You can, of course, skip this part now. And there won't be too many decks. I think I already showed you, right? This is the Nature's Whispers card. And then we're going to take the Whispers of Love. I'm only going to use 4 decks that I'm going to pre-shuffle right now. And then the Romance Angels I'm going to live shuffle for each pile. And the Tarot I'm also going to live shuffle for each pile because I always want to have the entire decks available. So, and while I'm doing this, yeah, I would appreciate if you would check out my other content as well, Power Animal Oracle cards. I've got lots of different topics, and yeah, thank everybody for turning back in. Oh, I need to say tuning back in to my readings, for subscribing, liking, sharing. You're helping me growing my channel slowly so far, but steadily. And yeah, I hope it will pick up more. Also, of course, I am available for personal reading. I am experienced. I have been doing this job as a psychic reader full-time since I was about 23, and now I'm 38, so it's been like 15 years. And I'm reading tarot since I was 19, so half of my life. So yeah, I am experienced in coaching. So if you want a reading, of course, my favorite deck, the Flower of Life, I just absolutely love this deck. So as usually when I draw those cards, look at the ceiling. I don't want to be influenced. I only know 2 cards when I see the picture that I know what they are about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But still, I don't want to be influenced at all. Okay, so we do have 6 piles, as I said before. I hope I can fit them all. I always prefer doing them next to each other, because when I watch a pick card reading, I always like to hover with my hands over the cards and see where I'm feeling drawn to. And to me, that works best when they are in one line. But that's just me. But that's what I'm doing, this like this. Yeah, it does work. So we will have crystals as well, even though we don't need them with those pretty pictures that are different for each pile, but I will use crystals nonetheless. Okay, they're not totally neat. I'm sorry, but you will see. Okay, let's see. We've got the clear quartz that wants to go here, number 3. Rose quartz. We've got this pretty one. We've got the amethyst. Wants to go here. We've got, this is kind of my favorite. And this probably is orange calcite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please pick your pile right now. I think I can put them over here and that will work out. We don't have too many cards today. Let me have a sip of my coffee. Okay, so again, does your person feel the soul connection? As I said before, I'm going to draw 5 tarot cards. Major Arcana cards are going to be a yes, court cards are going to be a no, and minor Arcana cards are going to tell me more about the situation. And if we have more Major Arcana cards than court cards, it's a yes, otherwise it is a no. And the equal amount of court cards and Major Arcana cards, we will see what I get then. Maybe that they're getting aware of it, or they're unsure, but they feel that there's something special. We will see. Okay, pile number 1. Oh, look. Okay, it is a no, but still, it's not too bad. We do have the star, which is amazing. So there is hope that they will... I have to look at the other cards, but this looks kind of hopeful. But we do have 2 court cards. We do have the Father of Wands and the Son of Swords. So 1 Major Arcana cards, 2 court cards. And a little bit of conflict. Anyway, this was orange calcite. And what else do we have? I'm going to put those here. Keep your dreams alive, number 25. Beautiful card, isn't it? Ask for help, number 14. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. We've got Lion Courage. Ask for what you want. Look, we got two cards that say ask. Ask for what you want, ask for help. And this one is called Color. I'm going to put it aside. It will be guidance from Spirit. Okay. So, do they know it? Are they aware of it? Like consciously aware? I would say no, because obviously we do have 1 yes to no cards, right? However, we do have the star, and this is a beautiful card, especially it's perfect for this reading. You see that there is somebody who has this cornucopia that is connected to the divine. It is like getting download. It is about learning something. So I would say that they are going to be aware later. And with 2 cards asking for something, I'm feeling like sooner or later they get the impulse to do maybe some research, or maybe somebody is mentioning something and then they ask for more, or they ask you maybe. But what I would not advise you ever is going to that person when you know that they maybe not spiritually open and tell them, well, I know you're my soulmate. Because if your person would be more rational, then you might scare them away, or they would think you're crazy. If, however, they are open, and I'm feeling some of them might be open, because I'm just very much seeing like this Titan, is that his name? Triton, Poseidon, let's call him Poseidon. I was thinking of the Little Mermaid, the father, King Titan, I don't know. Anyway, I don't get Aquarius vibe here, I get Pisces vibe. And Pisces is kind of somewhat connected, even though this is the Aquarius cards. Yeah, maybe it could be. It was like I get both. I got Pisces and Aquarius, but more Pisces. Anyway, I'm feeling like this person maybe spiritual. Some of them kind of like overt, and others they have it oppressed. And what I'm also sensing is with keep your dreams alive. I'm sensing that some of them may be dreaming about you, or in their dreams, or their higher self is trying to tell them something, and they will then eventually try to find out more about it. However, I've told you before, right now I would not advise you to try to talk to them about this. You know, we have this soul connection if they're not starting with it, because we do have this card that it can talk about wanting to fight something, not fight for something, but wanting to fight something, or an inner challenge, inner conflict. And this card is telling me what I said before, that again, I'm feeling like many of you guys, or girls, of course, are somewhat connected to spirit or their higher self, but not consciously. It is more happening in their dreams, and they may be quite rational during the day. However, I am sensing that they feel there is something special, and I'm also feeling that if you've had some kind of fighting or trouble, and I'm feeling like this might be the case for many in here, that there may have been some kind of separation, arguing, back on and off and on and off, something like that. Because you see in this card, the woman looks like she's walking out of the picture, and he's holding on to her, and that always reminds me of like wanting to hold on to something, like I don't want you to leave, I don't want you to go. And the impression, the feeling I got with this is that they're thinking about, why can't I really get over this person? Why can't I forget them? Talking about you. They're thinking, why can't they forget you? Why can't they get over you? Why do they always feel drawn back to you, even if it's not in the physical realm by reaching out? For some of you, okay, this may be the case. For others, it may be the case that it's just energetically that you always come back into their mind. And we have two cards here that's where the masculine kind of like is fighting, is not the right word in this case, but here he's holding on to her, and here I'm also sensing like he's getting the sword out, fighting the dragon. That could be whatever blockage you have, could be another person, could be long distance, could be old fears, whatever the blockage is. It could be something like addiction, depression, whatever it is. But he's getting the sword out of the stone to fight what is separating you, and then trying to get you after they have dealt with what they need to deal first. If they are in some kind of like problematic phase in their life, tower moments, whatever it is, I'm feeling like they are asking for help. They're asking others what they can do, not maybe just about you. If you've had some conflicts, then I'm feeling like they're talking to their friends or somebody else about you, asking for guidance, asking for help. What can I do about this person? What can I do about you in order to get more harmony in here? Because again, this card is not very harmonious, but fortunately we do have the star. If we didn't have the star, this would not be the nicest reading. But the star is the card that is talking about hope and wish fulfillment, and telling you basically not to give up, to hope that this connection will grow and evolve. I can only advise you to maybe check out some of my other readings, the me versus them reading for, or you versus them reading, or something like that, so that we can find out more about what are maybe your blockages that like hinder yourself from drawing that person in, because law of attraction is clearly stating, and or also manifesting, of course, you can only manifest what you focus on. If you focus on problems, then the universe thinks you want problems and gives you more and more and more problems. So those cards tell me that there is some kind of a struggle going on between the two of you, and nothing that can't be overcome though with the star. And also, this is, I mean, after all, the reading, do they feel, are they aware that there's a connection? And as I said in the intro, this reading is only for those people who know, you know, that there is a connection, okay? And so the higher self, of course, knows. If there's a connection, the higher selves, they always, always, always know. But with Keep Your Dreams Alive, I'm getting two things. First of all, with the star, keep your dreams alive. Do not give up hope. There is hope that this can grow into something beautiful. But also, again, dreams are mentioned. And here I'm getting the Pisces energy with the Ask for Help card with the Neptune. And Poseidon, I meant to say. And what was I going to say? Yeah, dreams. Pisces is also connected to dreams and visions. So I feel like they are connecting to you in their dreams, even though maybe they wake up and they don't consciously remember. So are they consciously aware? I don't think so. However, I do think that there is some kind of energetical exchange going on. And I do have a pick a card. What is it called? Is there telepathy between the two of us? Maybe you are interested in that reading. Anyway, again, we do have ask for help and ask for what you want, which also, of course, I have to say is you can ask people for help in order to get out of this problems you have, this predicament. It could be asking spirit, of course, or asking a coach like myself, getting a personal reading with asking for help, asking for what you want. Courage. So let's see what else we've got here with the beautiful color cards that you choose. Each color of the light spectrum has its own ray and its own energetic vibration, which interact with and affect our personal energetic vibration. Color can have a profound effect on your mood, vitality, and well-being. Today, experience the creative, healing, and calming effect that a color meditation brings. Sit quietly and connect to your breath. Imagine you are sitting under a celestial, magical, vibrant rainbow filled with many colors. Allow each pearlescent and opalescent color to flow over and through you. Gold, silver, copper, platinum, violet, purple, magenta, lilac, indigo, blue, pink, emerald green, yellow, orange, red, and ruby. Breathe the colors in one by one and sit in each color as long as you need to. Let them all pass through and dissolve away into the light around you, into oneness. As your light channel expands, feel magic and tingling sensations moving through you, healing and soothing all of you. Connect to your breath and move back into your day with added energy, balance, and creativity. Know the treasure at the end of the rainbow resides within you. Of course, when I read colors, I also think about chakras. So I would also advise you to do some chakra aligning, because again, with those fiery cards here, I'm getting that there's something not completely aligned yet. However, again, we do have two Keep Your Dreams Alive hope cards, wish fulfillment cards, and the connection. So there is a connection even if they're not consciously aware. So anyway, that is what I had for you. No, sorry, it is not. It is not. It is not. I forgot those cards. The Romance Angels. Look, we got the Soulmate. That can be any soul connection. there is no twin flame or soul twin card in here, but I just read it as soul connection in general, okay? Worth waiting for. And is there anything else? This one took a while to come out. Okay, trust. Okay, look, we got stay optimistic about your love life. So we do have that message kind of like 3 times with keep your dreams alive and the star. But trust. So again, worth waiting for is divine timing. And I have to say divine timing has nothing to do necessarily with a specific date. In rare occasion, it does. Like if you've never met and you don't have each other's numbers, for example. You know, like my twin flame and I had a catalyst twin, and I've already kind of like completed that journey. 2015 I was like all at peace, and then it took like 3 more years in order to draw my twin flame in, because yeah, it's kind of like impossible how we met, you know. We live on different continents, different classes, almost 20-year age gap. So, and he wasn't ready before. He had some major stuff he had to heal. So there was only like a particular window we could meet, because again, different continents. And so sometimes there is something that has to be set in motion, and there's only specific windows where you can meet a person for the first time. But if you have their number or they have your number, then of course that could be any day that they could reach out. So worth waiting for does not necessarily mean that it has to be something that is a long way in the future, because spirit is not like, okay, after you feel it takes like that amount of days. It's more like you need to step into that energy, and then divine can bring you together. So that is what is most important. Divine timing does not depend on a date. It depends on your energy, the thoughts you send out. Okay, so keep that in mind, and I wish you all the best. And with the star card, it was a nice reading, even if it was a no. If it resonated, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, I appreciate everybody liking, subscribing, sharing, and thank you to you. Bye-bye. So, sorry, pile number 2s. Let's see if your soul connection person, whatever soul connection, is aware. And as I said in the intro, I'm going to pull 5 cards. Major Arcana cards are going to be a yes. Minor Arcana cards are going to be a no. And sorry, court cards are going to be a no. Minor Arcana cards are just going to give me more about more information. And if we have more court cards, then Major Arcana cards is going to be no, and vice versa. And we will see. Okay, interesting. We do have the High Priestess, which is interesting. We do have the Son of Cups. We do have the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles. So this is so far a similar message to pile number 1, but we will see, because we're going to use the other cards as well. It's obviously, well, we have 1 yes and 1 no card. So I'm feeling like they're not entirely sure yet. I think that they do feel something, because we do have the High Priestess. And to me, the High Priestess in a love reading indicates a soul connection, but it's also like the unknown. So it might be that they haven't experienced anything like this before, and for that reason they don't know how to place it. And this card, the 10 of Wands, Unterdrückung in German means oppression. So there is something going on energetically with the High Priestess, but your person is oppressing it yet. So are they completely aware? No. Are they completely unaware? No, because again, we have 1 yes and 1 no card. And so, yeah, I'm feeling like Soulmate came out in the first pile as well. So I'm feeling like they're sensing something, but it's not like completely aware yet. It's still like brooding, it's still growing, but something is happening. And this card actually, Gedeihen, means something like growth, and it's the 6 of Pentacles, Pentacles is Earth. Earth is the 3D realm. Like in that particular setting, I would say conscious, because it's not in the spiritual realm. It's not some energetically. It is going to get grounded. However, it is not there yet. Is there another card, spirits? You have two beautiful cards that basically already tell me that there is a soul connection. But they also, okay, good. Passion. I was just going to say, those cards, religious factors, I mean, this could be an issue, you know, like that something is different. Age difference, religious difference, upbringing is different. However, I usually read it, your love life is influenced by your spiritual path. This indicates to me that there is a soul connection and spirit is guiding it. And then we have soulmate. So again, soul connection. I'm not necessarily, there's different kind of soul connections. Let's just ignore. Soulmate could be a catalyst twin, which is a very close soul connection. It could be a twin flame. It could be a soul twin, for example. And then we have passion. So there is passion. There was something I was saying. Give me a second. Yeah, okay. This also indicates with this card is, you know, the influence by your spiritual path, that there may be a right timing, an important timing when they become aware of this. And as I always say, timing has never, ever, ever to do something with a specific date. Timing is always connected to ourselves, our energy, our belief systems, what we manifest. So what I'm feeling is that there is something, and they can feel that there's something, but they cannot place it. They may not have the right vocabulary to do so, because they so far have never even thought about that. You know, like that soul connection stuff, maybe that is completely new to them, and they maybe with this card be a bit overwhelmed. But this card, it is talking about a challenge and being ambitious. So there is forward movement that is shown here. So I am pretty sure your person will be aware, and it's already working. And out of the Suns, we do have the Sun of Cups, and again, it is somebody who is emotional. Let's see what else you got. You got show your support. Yeah, and you see there's like this fairy handing a flower, and what I'm getting with support is, again, spirit has this. Spirit is supporting this. Act as if your partner is here. Whether you have somebody in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. That is very important, because, you know, when we manifest, you cannot constantly focus on your person being absent. If you focus on your person being absent, then you manifest absence. So you need to show the universe what you want, and you show the universe what you want by focusing on what you want. So if you want to be with your person, daydream or visualize them being with you. And if you want to know the difference between daydreaming and visualization, there is a video by Unseen Seraph. It's, I believe, called Difference Between Daydream and Visualization. She explains it very well. Whatever technique you prefer, I prefer personally daydreaming, because visualization is like repeating the same thing over and over and over and over, and I'm getting bored easily. Yeah, so I prefer daydreaming, but it's just different technique. But again, act as if your partner is there, consider them. And that way you are sending out to the universe what you want. Very important. Then we do have owl omens. Pay attention to signs. And I like this because we do have, again, soulmate, religious factors, and now signs. And here I was talking about spirit, and we do have the high priestess, which is basically the higher self, talking to us, talking to ourselves, but also it's the unknown. So again, I'm feeling like what is happening between the two of you is unknown, but not unknown, unfamiliar, I want to say. It's unfamiliar. They haven't experienced anything like this before. But spirit should, with pay attention to signs, basically give you some kind of signs that this is your person, or that there is something going on. And even if it's not a clear yes, don't worry about it, because again, I'm feeling like your person eventually will get there, but I am feeling it has to be a specific moment. Doesn't have to be that you are seeing or talking to each other. That could be, of course, that they are with you and then that realization happens, but it could be something else, that they all of a sudden just get triggered and they are getting aware. Maybe they hear about twin flames, for example, and their higher self is telling them, look, that was important, you need to learn about that, or whatever it is. It could be anything, but I'm feeling like it is important that it happens in a specific time, because right now your person seems to be overwhelmed, and if they learn about it right now, then that might backfire and they get even more and more overwhelmed. So it needs to be at a time when they're receptive. So let's see what you got here. You got this beautiful card and it says flow. To be open means to flow, not to hold yourself rigid and fear and resistance. Your true nature is openness. You do not have to achieve it, for you are already open. It is the mind that is closed, locked into certain belief systems that arise from your conditioned experience. The open heart is open to all experiences, for the wisdom of your heart knows that at the center of all experience is love. If you are searching for serenity, security, prosperity, and to be loved, know it already exists. All you have to do is feel it and see it. Oh my God, you see? As you do, the old illusions fueled by outdated beliefs and thought patterns will dissolve and your energy will transcend, moving you towards more of who you are. Feel the flow. Incredible. This is incredible. This is synchronicity. You see here. It already exists. All you have to do is feel it and see it. And this is act as if your partner is there. So very similar. You have to know it already is there. You just have to feel it. You already have to act in a way. You have to kind of like pretend. Because there's this saying, when I'm telling you, imagine a nice lemon, juicy lemon, and you cut it open and you smell it and the juice is dripping out on the little plate you have. And then you take a slice of that lemon and you bite into it. And if you have visualized that, you probably, your mouth like watered and produced saliva. This is because your subconscious does not know the difference between what you're imagining is real and what is not real. So if you pretend you are with your person by daydreaming, for example, your subconscious will eventually believe that it is, and then it has to project on the outside. If it is anchored in your subconscious, if you have still fears in your subconscious and doubt, then you have to heal that, of course, first, so you can plant that new seed in, like I'm already with my person. And you may be noticing everybody's you pushed out. If not, please type in YouTube Neville Goddard, everybody's you pushed out. And learn about that, because that will tell you exactly what you can do to attract your person. Yeah, but so to sum it up, does your person feel it? Are they consciously aware? Not yet. Not yet. They feel that there's something, but they're not 100% there yet. It is still growing, but there is a strong connection. We did have that with several cards indicating. And again, Spirit has your back, so tell Spirit what you want. They're communicating with you, and yeah, your spirit, your person will get there. It's still growing, and in the meantime, you stay in the flow and just let the universe know what you want. And we never let the universe know what we want by begging and pleading and saying, "Oh, please, I'm in so much pain." And that worked when we were children. Well, for some of us, not for me. The more we were crying, the more adults were like, "Oh, you poor child, I will give you what you want." We just had to suffer enough. And that is not how it works with the universe. You tell the universe what you want by focusing on what you want, and you tell the universe what you don't want by not focusing on it. Anyway, that was you, pile number 2, and I wish you all the best, and I appreciate everybody for liking, subscribing, and leaving your comments. Bye-bye. So, number 3 is the clear quartz. Let's see if your person is aware of this connection or not. As I said in the intro, I'm going to draw 5 cards. Major Arcana cards are going to be a yes. Court cards are going to be a no. And Minor Arcana cards are just going to give me more information about your situation. And if we have the equal amount of court cards and Major Arcana cards, I will see how I'm going to interpret that in this scenario. And also, I would like to thank everybody for donating. If you want to leave a tip, there is a PayPal link below, and everybody who wants to have a personal reading, I am available, of course, and you can win a free reading. Everybody who is liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the bell icon can enter the raffle. I'm going to give away 2 once I hit 500 subscribers. Okay, there. First nothing and then 3 at once. Okay. Okay, oh, this is, it's interesting. We have the Magician. We have Death. Son of Swords. 10 of Wands, which is oppression. And 9 of Swords, which is called cruelty in this deck. Then we do have Honeymoon. Finances and career deception. So, I'm going to... Then we do have Higher Ground. New love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. Then we got Cougar, confidence, be bold and take a charge. And then you got your advice. I'm going to place this here. So yes, your person seems to be aware. However, they seem to be troubled with it right now. And overwhelmed. Maybe you have told them, or however they know, but I'm feeling they are somewhat burdened by it at this time. For very few of you, I'm sorry I have to say it, but if it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. It's for few of you. I'm feeling like you're going to draw in somebody else, a new soul connection with the new love. However, for some of you, if there has been a fight and you know that maybe you have done something, said something that was inappropriate, I'm feeling like maybe... If you feel like maybe you should apologize, then yes, maybe you should apologize. Because we do have this card, and it's called cruelty. And in this card, usually it means like 2 people hurting one another. It is also talking about forgiveness. Something is not forgiven. Something still hurts. And so I'm getting with the confidence, be bold and take a charge. If you feel like you should maybe take the higher ground. English is not my native language, but if I'm not mistaken, to take the higher ground means like be the higher person, be the better person, be the person who does take a step forward, the other person, right? Who is like swallowing their pride and who is, being the bigger person in that moment. So if you feel like you should do that, yes. Then we do have this deception. Somebody's wearing a false mask in this relationship. That could, of course, be anything. That could be, again, there has been some kind of fighting. It could be maybe that they told you, no, I don't feel a soul connection, or I don't feel that there is anything, and that has not been true. But, however, they do feel this connection, right? And it's a good thing that we do have the Magician here. The Magician is the card of manifesting, of not specifically healing. Death is healing, but still again I got healing with the Magician, and it's weird, like all of a sudden my throat hurts. Feels like my throat is kind of like swelling up. It's so blocked throat chakra, obviously, like there's stuff that has been unspoken and it should be spoken. With the honeymoon, again, very few, if it resonates, maybe there has been like cheating involved, because we have deception and the honeymoon. I'm getting kind of like if that was the problem. that should be talked about. However, the magician and death, I have to be honest, it can go two ways. Okay, and which way depends always, 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 always on what you manifest. For some of you with death, your ways will part. There is a soul connection, but remember, we have more than one soul connection. Yeah, we have multiple soul connections throughout our lives. um, for some of you, again, I'm feeling like it will split. You will split path and attract a new person after you have healed this. I mean, you can attract somebody before you feel it, but just heal it before, because it's better. Then you can get into an harmonious relationship. If you have unhealed stuff, then of course we cannot get into a healed relationship. It is very important to do the healing first. So again, for some of you, I'm feeling like there will be a new person, and for others of you, I'm feeling like you can, after you have done the healing and you take the higher ground also, if you feel like I don't have to forgive anything, they have, I mean, I don't have to apologize for anything, they should. Take the higher ground also can indicate like, no, they don't have to apologize, because that's only the ego who wants the apology, you know. If you have actually healed something, then you don't need an apology. But maybe that also indicates like, I am working on forgiving that person, because that's the only way you can attract that person back into your life, or attract a new person and have again an harmonious relationship. So I'm feeling like there's some forgiveness that needs to be done with higher ground. And this card, and yeah, we do have to set deception, finance, and career could yeah, I don't know how to interpret that. Financial issues are a factor in your love life. Maybe for some of you, your person was not available because they were more working on their coin, basically. But as I said, for some of you, those who are doing the work, you can have a new love with this love, a new beginning with your specific person, if you manifest it. And the death, of course, means, could be for the first group the end of a relationship. I hardly ever read a death card like that, but in this scenario, I have to. And for the other group, its death symbolizes the end of negative projections, the end of negative mind, negative thinking, negative anything negative, old wounds, not having forgiven. But right now, let's go back to your person. I'm feeling this person is overwhelmed, because this card is oppression. We do have the old wounds, and we do have the Son of Swords, somebody being very much in their head and not very receptive to emotions right now, and also not very receptive to any energetical exchange. At this point, they are kind of closed off, even though they feel that there is something special. So yes, they are aware, even though they're not too happy about it right now. But again, it can be changed. You know the saying, everybody's you pushed out. So once you change your mindset about that person has to change. If you see this person as like the jerk who hurt you, and you hold them in your mind like this, or you hold them in your frequency like this, they are a jerk for hurting me, then that is what will happen again and again and again and again, because universe has always to confirm you. So I would work on changing the mindset about that person and about whatever happened, whatever deception it was. And again, with this card, it can of course be that one person deceived the other, but it could also be that two people are fighting and clashing and hurting one another. And again, that has to be transformed and healed first. So confidence can be, if you need to apologize, to do that, but of course it can also be confident to tackle those fears, to tackle those negative beliefs, and do your shadow work. Anyway, we will see what Spirit has to say, and it's mystery. The mystical, the mystery, the secret is what we call something when we are yet to understand it within us. Once you feel it, you have direct experience with it. Once you understand this, a realization gently moves through you. I am love, and love is the essence of everything. A new inward journey to feel and understand the fullness of you will reveal itself. When you feel this, sorry, I lost my line. When you feel this and talk to people who are yet to feel their own mystery, they will think you are delusional, a little mad. Because they can't see it, they will do whatever they can to talk you out of it. However, as you become practiced in your new truth of being, support and understanding will move you into your life through other people who have rediscovered the truth of themselves. Okay, so obviously you need to do some inner work to discover yourself, to heal yourself, and also, yeah, what I felt most drawn to was the sentence, I am love and love is the essence of everything. So this also indicates, back to this card, if there is still some grudges, you need to resolve them, because a pure soul doesn't have feel any crutches. It's only the ego who is holding on to crutches. So it is important to do that. And again, to sum it up, yes, your person feels that there's a soul connection right now. They're overwhelmed by it, they're overburdened, and it can take two paths. For some of you, this will split, and after they have done your shadow work, you will have introduce a new person, attract a new person, and others, after you have done your shadow work, you will attract this person back in with the magician. But they do feel it. Yes, we have 2 yes cards and 1 no card, so it's an obvious yes that they feel something. Okay, not the most light reading, I am sorry, but nevertheless, of course, every message we get from Spirit is important, because it is always a direction where we can go. It is showing us what we can do, what we need to consider in order to get to where we want to go. So a negative message, if it can guide us, is worth more than sweet nothings, you know, always hearing everything is fine when it isn't right now, or everything is gonna be fine, without telling you, okay, everything is gonna be fine if you do your work, and that is what you can do. So I hope it helped. I hope, well, if it resonated, I hope it could inspire you to do your work in order to manifest your person, in order to manifest this new love. And again, this new love, of course, can be with your person. Yeah, and look, it also says spiritual growth. So this is important in this phase for you as well. I do hope you have a nice day, and I wish you all the best. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry, number 4, I need some tea. So, okay. I'm talking. Number 4. Number 4 is your person aware, like consciously aware of this soul connection. As I said in the intro, this reading is only for those who know that there is a soul connection, and not for those who have never even spoken to that person. And that person doesn't even know that you exist, right? This is not your reading then. This is for those who have in some way actually interacted with their person. And you want to know, because you know that there's this soul connection, if they know it too. So we will see what we got here. I'm drawing 5 cards. Major Arcana cards are going to be a yes. Court cards a no. Minor Arcana cards are going to give me more information about your situation. And if we have more Major Arcana cards than Court cards, it's a yes, and vice versa, it's a no. And we will see what Spirit has to say about this connection. Are they consciously aware? And while I'm shuffling, of course, I thank everybody for liking, subscribing, sharing my videos, hitting the bell icon, and helping me grow my channel. Is there any more? So far, each pile had 3 messages. Okay. So we will see what we got. Okay, Okay. So we got strength. We got the sun. We've got the devil. We've got the Father of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's an obvious yes. We have 3 yes cards, 1 no card. So that is definitely more. We got separation, playfulness, and free yourself. You will see what that is about in a second. Then we've got these cards. Be gentle with yourself. 33 is a master number, which also to me indicates mastering some aspect of yourself. Rest and relaxation is essential. Probably that is why we do have the separation. We have all a fundamental need to take breaks. We got the eagle spirit, trust in your higher self, and we got this beautiful card that is called Reiki. I'm going to read that in a second. Well, first of all, yes, they are aware that this is a soul connection. They can feel it. They are aware of it. I'm thinking sometimes they are kind of like fighting it. Not. Those are beautiful cards. It's just because of the devil. So there's 1 card, and we do have separation, and rest and relaxation is essential. Which means that, of course, those soul connections can be a bit triggering. And those separations sometimes are very, very important in order to, basically give us time to do our shadow work. With the devil, I also get that they feel kind of like chained to you, like they cannot get away. So this may be a strong connection. And with free yourself, sometimes maybe free yourself, I get 2 messages. Maybe sometimes they are a bit overburdened and they want out, even though most of the time, look, we got 2 of the happiest cards. So this is, take this with a grain of salt. I think it's just sometimes, for example, I absolutely love and adore my twin flame. Love him, absolutely. And I rarely have tower moments, but I had one last week. And I do have those maybe, I don't know, like twice a year. I don't know. I didn't count, but not often. But ever so often it does happen. And because, high soul connections, they're there to trigger us sometimes to bring something to the front. And that sucks. Sometimes we learn something about the person. We have to, kind of like integrate whatever. And anyway, so I had this brief moment, and it was not the first time where I just wanted out. I was like, I'm so sick of it. I don't like that specific thing about my person, even though I love him. But you can love him and not like a specific thing occasionally, right? And so I get this. I'm getting that they absolutely adore you, want to be with you. I'm getting that as well with this card. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. And I mean, 10 of Pentacles. They absolutely want to be with you. But this might be like a momentarily thing. That something maybe happened between the 2 of you that caused a separation, or that caused something, or there was maybe like a tower moment, something triggering. And if so, I just uploaded a reading I did a couple of days ago, which was not a pick a card. It was a collective channeled message. And that kind of like describes like a tower moment I had last week, and message spirit gave to us. So maybe that is for you if it feels right. And anyway, I feel like this person absolutely adores you. There is a strong connection. 3 major arcana cards, and the eagle, trust in your higher self. Also tells me that there may be some kind of telepathy. If so, if you want to know, I do have a reading called a pick a card, is there telepathy between the 2 of us? But there is definitely a connection that they feel. However, sometimes that can be a bit overwhelming, even though let's say you love your person 99% of the time, and occasionally there's this 1%, and you get kind of triggered. And I'm feeling that is what happened. Because we got the free yourself card, and that can indicate like when I had that last week, and I was like, I just want out. I've had enough. That lasted like a day. well, no, okay, actually, to be honest, it was more than a day, maybe 2.5, I don't know, not long. And I don't think that your person will stay in this kind of energy for long. It is just something is happening right now, and the free yourself, of course, can also be like when you got triggered or they got triggered, to free yourself of whatever got triggered, because triggering is so important. It is uncomfortable. We don't like it. Nobody likes getting triggered, but getting triggered can make you aware of something you have oppressed, or can be like a test. Do you love this person unconditionally, even though they have some flaws? And if it's a high soul connection, of course the answer is yes. Because remember, a high soul connection would never, ever, ever mistreat you in any way. They are not abusive towards you. If your person is abusive towards you, it is definitely not a divine counterpart. Okay, they trigger one another, yes, but not by being abusive towards one another. That is just not what's happening ever. So the free yourself again can be like something that has been oppressed is coming up, and that of course indicates doing some work. And then we got Reiki. Oh, what is Reiki? Reiki, I'm going to read that in a bit, is energy healing. So Reiki is strongly connected to healing. So we do have the devil, which to me symbolizes the ego, basically. It's our fears, it's what we oppress, it is that carnal side of us. And that is something that needs to be released. And you can literally use Reiki if that is a method you're into, or any other methods, basically. We do have be gentle with yourself, which also indicates if you are strongly connected and one person is triggered, well, they are connected, the other person would energetically probably feel something. And often we get triggered, of course, when we still have self-love issues. So be gentle with yourself. And it's 33, like mastering something is mastering self-love, mastering not wanting too much. Take your time for rest and relaxation, because it is essential, as it says here. And get back into this playful energy. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. So if your person is in this devil energy, it's very likely that you are as well, even that maybe a bit different than whatever they're going through. And so see what is getting triggered. What is it? Is it self-love? Then work on that. Is it fear of abandonment? Then work on that. And I just mentioned the channel Unseen Suraf in another pile. I want to mention her again. I love that channel, Unseen Suraf. She has a video just very recently. I watched it today. That was called something like how to overcome abandonment fears, or something like abandonment, fear of abandonment. And if that is your problem, listen to that. However, let's get to the good cards, because we do have more good cards. It's just I wanted to get that out of the way. Most of the time, they are absolutely happy about this connection. I mean, we have the sun. You know, the sun is the happiest card in the deck. It is a card when it's a love reading. Is there love? Yes, there is. And then we got strength. And to me, that's always a good card. Strength is in this deck. It's called Triumph. Yeah, in German Triumph, but it's spelled similar. The Triumph of Ariadne. I have to say, I don't know this myth, but yeah, it's talking about triumph, about overcoming something, about being strong. And in other decks, in the Crowley Tarot, for example, the Thought Tarot, it is called Lust. So this card always to me indicates that there's some kind of a sexual chemistry as well. And also I'm getting like all of the orange in these cards, you know, that can be working on the 3 lower chakras. That is maybe something that needs to be worked on. I mean, we got the sun as well. So we do have the root chakra, or yeah, the root chakra that is talking about overcoming all fears, our sense of security can be connected to early childhood. Then we have the sacral chakra that is dealing with shame, guilt, sexuality, but also manifesting. And with the sun, we got the solar plexus chakra as well. So maybe that is something that needs to be, I mentioned self-love earlier, so maybe that is something that needs to be worked on. However, this person is connecting most of the time very beautiful things to you. And with trust in your higher self, I'm feeling that you can trust that this is a special connection, and also your person is, may not always be consciously, but is consciously guided by spirit, by their higher self. And then, of course, let's talk about those last two cards. We always see this card like he needs to get the sword out of the stone to kill the dragon and then get the girl. And this indicates to me that there is some kind of issue. Maybe it's the devil, you know, like not literally, of course, the ego. Maybe it's some outside interference, but there is something they need to take care of first, and then they can come back to you. But this person has they're very serious about you, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles as well, and that card can talk about wanting to marry somebody, or at least long-term commitment. So your person is feeling very committed towards you. Again, just with the Devil card, there is something going on that is needs to be resolved, but you are basically on the right way, on the right track. Just be gentle with yourself, rest, maybe have some energy work done, or meditate, or whatever it is, and then you can have your Ten of Cups, I said Ten of Cups, yeah. Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups with your person. So I'm going to read the Reiki card. We are often drawn to a spiritual practice to feel relaxed or to feel less emotional or physical pain. However, your soul has you moving in this direction for a higher purpose. Exactly. That is sometimes why the devil can come up. You know, when we oppress something, it needs to come up in order to be cleared and healed. I don't know if I said it in this pile or in a previous pile, exactly that thing. But sometimes getting triggered is important. It is important. However, your soul has you moving in this direction for a higher purpose. This is for you to discover who you truly are and how you relate and co-create in this universe, to see beyond what you think you know, to feel the great freedom that is awaiting you. Allow Reiki to illuminate the very truth of you. Reiki means universal life force, the breath of life. It isn't merely a process or a modality that if followed will enlighten and heal. It is unconditional love, the essence that brings balance to all things. Open yourself to receiving the love, wisdom, and empowerment that is here for you in each breath. And again, there is a lot of love, just something is out of balance, and that just needs to be restored right now. And you do that by treating yourself well, because you need to remember your person is always your mirror. And if you don't treat yourself well, your person cannot mirror that back to you. You need to treat yourself in a way that you want to be treated by them, and then that person can show that to you. Anyway, pile number 4. If it resonated, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, help me grow my channel. Thank you. And please check out my other content. I wish you all the best. Bye bye. So let's go to number 5. So give me a second. My throat is dry. Okay. Drinking chocolate brownie tea. Okay. Rose quartz. Let's see. Is your person aware of this soul connection? Consciously aware? And as I said in the intro, this reading is for those who know that there's a soul connection. It's not for people who have never even spoken to or met this person, and this person doesn't even know you exist. It is only if, you know, I always say it's not some celebrity you just followed, or maybe they liked something or even didn't, you know. It's somebody you know, and they know that you exist because they have interacted with you personally. So I was drawing 5 cards, and as in other readings where did the yes and no reading, it is major arcana cards are going to be a yes, court card a no. And if we have more major arcana cards and court cards, it's a yes. And if we have more court cards, it is going to be a no. And if we have, oh, you get one extra. If it's a tie, then I will see how I will interpret it in that situation. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we got the moon. We've got the tower. We got the ace of swords. I want to put that there. We got the eight of swords. It's called resistance, and the five of cups. It's called pain. So okay, and we have you deserve love. You are lovable. We got heart-to-heart conversations. We got engagement and forgiving and learning. Can you see all that? Yes. Okay. We got breakthrough. Yeah, that's what the tower can be. Show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. Then we got dolphin, playfulness, take time to play. And, oh, animals. I'm going to put this card, your advice here. And first of all, I want to say I did a collective channeled message the other day. And I uploaded it today, while today I am recording this. So you may want to watch this, because there is a collective message and I'm feeling that this might be for you because of the tower and the breakthrough. Yeah, I'm feeling like this, if it resonates. Again, it's a long video, it's 1.5 hours, but it's a very interesting, very good message. So it is called a collective channeled message, and something like a loss brings in something new, something like that. Okay, does this person feel, are they consciously aware? It's a yes, because we do have 2 yes cards and no cards. However, as you can tell, they're kind of like troubled with it right now, but that is okay. It's just the nature of those connections, of course, to be triggered sometimes. And I just noticed you got, wow, you got 5, 5 and 8, 8. We didn't have any mirroring numbers, at least not that I recall in the other piles. And you know, this deck and those decks, they have like 44 cards, and we got 8, 8, 5, 5. So there is mirroring going on, and 8 is a number that can talk about power, infinity, but also like getting in your strength. You know, it's connected to the 8th house. It's like power, and 5 is change. Yes. So do they feel this? As I said before, yes, but they're somewhat scared and overwhelmed right now. We do have the moon. The moon is a card that is talking about fears, that is talking about also like something that is unknown, or they can't really grasp it. And then the tower, of course, is being overwhelmed, overburdened. A breakdown, it also can be a breakthrough, and this card is of course called resistance. So it seems like they need some time to themselves right now in order to miss you. We do have this card here. There's 2 people who love one another, but they can't be together because of, like you see the angel in the back, because of some outside interference. Could be long distance, but of course it could be, since it is a soul connection, that there has been some triggering, maybe like even a breakup that has happened here. And now it is very important that you take your time to work on yourself. Basically, we do have forgiving and learning, so there is some forgiveness that needs to be done. And always remember, we mirror one another. We do have 5, 5, 8, 8, so there is mirroring going on. So the longer you stay in this pain, the longer your person will stay in this pain and not come. So it's very important for you to work on your self-love. You deserve love, and to do your forgiveness work, and that can of course be childhood stuff, um, whatever it is. The moon to me is often connected to an unhealed base chakra or root chakra, because that is where our fears are. And the root chakra is connected to the early childhood, like the first 7 years approximately. So it could be that there's some old stuff coming up, and I want to say it in this pile as well. I always recommend this YouTube channel, Unseen Seraph, and just very recently she uploaded a video called Fear of Abandonment, something like how to heal fear of abandonment, something like that. And I would advise for you to watch that, and of course again I would advise you to watch my collective channeled message. So what you can do right now, if your person is withdrawing, let them. Let them. Don't try to chase them. Don't try to convince them. Don't try to draw them back in. Let them right now. And take care of yourself. Because we do have this breakthrough card, and again, it's how it can be a breakthrough. But you see all the butterflies here, and butterflies is about transformation, and you see how free she looks. So I'm sensing like this is about freeing yourself and trying to get rid of old limiting beliefs, pain, and all of that in order to get onto a next level, next step. With playfulness, time to play the dolphin. Again, get into this light-hearted energy more, and try to leave all that pain behind you right now. And engagement, I'm getting often like, you can say engagement like proposing, but engagement could also like I engage in doing my shadow work, right? It's like I am committed to doing that, and after you've done that, you can have a breakthrough, and then you can have an ascension within your connection. Because see, your person right now, there is this resistance, but if you go more into your center, you will draw them in, and then they will start missing you. And with the Ace of Swords, it's called epiphany. They will get the idea. They will all of a sudden have this inner knowing, like some kind of awakening. And this card can talk about communication as well. I'm feeling that you are connected and your souls are still talking to one another with the heart-to-heart conversations. I usually read this card as in, talking, having conversations energetically, and not so much having conversations in the physical, in the 3D. However, of course, that can come afterwards. But right now, it is, you can talk to your person by just visualizing them being there and connecting with them and letting them know. But don't use this message to be like, oh, when are you coming? You need to come back. I miss you so much. Because that kind of energy is just repelling your person. It is very essential that you get into your peaceful energy and then draw your person in. Because again, your person, they can feel it. It's just right now maybe something happened here. And it's not the first pile. It's supposed to be like a timeless reading. But maybe like what is going on energetically right now in the collective is playing in here, because it's the second pile where there has been something oppressed coming, or the third maybe even, something coming up, and there is this need to heal first. However, your person is going to do their shadow work, because we do have the Ace of Swords. Aces are new beginnings, and breakthrough is amazing as well. And I'm getting with show a simple act of kindness. Right now it's important to show that to yourself, to treat yourself in a way, and to get rid of whatever it is, maybe like childhood trauma that needs to be released in some kind of way. Let's see what your card says. It's animals. And I just love how we do have animals on here as well. Isn't it lovely? The energy of animals reflects our instinctual nature, allowing us to draw on their skills and abilities. Our instincts are what we generally describe as a gut feeling, intuition, or psychic ability. Playing or working with or just observing animals, either directly or symbolically, brings us in touch with our own animal nature and aspects of ourselves often repressed. We are all one. Life is life, flowing from the same source, manifesting as different species. We are all stream of uniqueness, ever expanding love and light, experiencing our own path to experience life in new and varied forms. Once you feel your own uniqueness and love, it becomes easy to communicate with all life forms, feeling their own originality instead of trying to communicate through your opinions, values, and conclusions. Animals are fully present in the now, a gentle reminder to adapt and adjust in every situation. You will be in the flow, and the path of least resistance will present itself. And basically, this is a lot about what I was saying earlier. Um, Once you feel your own uniqueness, you do you, then you can attract this person. And you can also communicate with all life forms. I said earlier, you can talk to your person with the heart-to-heart conversation energetically. And instead of trying to communicate through your opinions, values, and conclusions, which also tells me that maybe you do have some belief systems about that person that needs to be resolved. Because again, I get that from my clients all the time. They're saying stuff like, he never reaches out first, which tells me they have the belief system, they never reach out first. And the universe has to confirm your belief systems. So as long as you believe they can never reach out first, they can't reach out. Or if you're like, oh, they have so much healing to do, then they will always have a lot of healing to do. So it's important that you change your image you have of this person in order to actually change the person in the physical, but also change your image about yourself. Like, you are lovable, you deserve to be loved. So if you have experienced some kind of neglect in the past or abandonment, it is important for you to overcome that first in order to draw a new person. Because as long as we do have the frequency of abandonment inside of us, we can only attract somebody who is constantly like leaving us. And again, we do have this pain card here, so I'm feeling like your person kind of feels pain when they're not with you. However, they can only mirror to you what you have inside, so they have no choice. It's like a literal mirror. You cannot like put a dirty object in front of a mirror and then tell that mirror, show me that object clean. And always say the metaphor to my clients, like, imagine you have lack of self-love, and that is dirt in the mirror. Your person cannot mirror love to you. And if you try to tell them, oh, I need that and that from you, it's like you try to clean the mirror in order to get the object shiny, but that doesn't work. You have to clean the object itself, and then the mirror can project the shiny object. So you need to clear your own clutter, your old fears, and then your person can come and show you what they truly feel about you. And then you will have this breakthrough, and you will get into the very light-hearted energy with your person. So to sum it up, do they feel it? Yes, they do, absolutely. But right now they are overwhelmed and maybe try to resist it. But that will change with the Ace of Swords. So if this resonated, I appreciate if you like, subscribe, and share, and leave a comment. And of course, I am available for personal readings, so you can reach out if you are interested. My contact information is below. So number 6, just 1 second. I was hoping this video would be like an hour, but nope. So number 6, you got this beautiful heart-shaped silver sparkly stone. Let's see what your person... No, I was gonna say what they want to tell you, but this is like, do they feel this connection? Are they aware of this connection? Not do they feel it, are they aware? Do they know? And I'm going to draw 5 cards. And Major Arcana cards are going to be a yes. Court cards a no. Minor Arcana cards are going to tell me more information about your situation. And if we have more court cards than Major Arcana cards, it's going to be a no. And vice versa, it's going to be a yes. And yeah, in the meantime, I would like to thank everybody for returning, if you are returning. And to others, welcome to my channel. And I appreciate everybody liking, subscribing, and clicking the bell icon. So let's see what you got. You got a yes. We got this card is Justice. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So 2 yes cards. We got the Mother of Cups, which is a no card, but we got 2 yes, 1 no. Then we got the 7 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. And let's see what else. We got Healing Family Issues. This could be the one, and Retreat. I'm going to put it here. No. Then you've got Be Spontaneous. Am I pronouncing that right? Do something for someone you first to someone else. No, for some, not don't do something to someone. Do something for someone else. Then we do have Link's Discernment. Look beyond immediate experiences. Okay, and we got Oneness. I'm going to read that later. So your person, do they feel this? Yes, they do. And if you, it doesn't matter what gender you are, but especially if you are the Divine Feminine, then you are the Divine Feminine for them with the Mother of Cups. They feel this connection is kind of fated, and it may be that it was kind of like love at first sight, or that they very soon felt there was something very special. And of course that also indicates that something came, something oppressed came up, because again, such spiritual connections are often connected to doing your healing work. But I'm feeling like also with these Be Spontaneous cards, that it was like all of a sudden, either it was love at first sight, or you have known each other for a while, but they realized very like all of a sudden that there is something special. And with the red or orange moon here on this card, reminds me of the sacral chakra. I'm feeling like they tried to manifest you, like they were longing for somebody like you to come into their life. Maybe they are consciously, for some of them, trying to manifest you back into their life or into their life. And for others, they didn't know you yet. They were just like manifesting somebody who is a lot like you, because again, they see you as the Mother of Cups, which is amazing. It's the woman of their dreams. If you're a guy, then still the person of their dreams, basically. They want to come forward towards you. If you're not forward towards they want to come towards you if you are not in communication right now. If you are, then they still want to build this up with the Bravery card. And the 10 of Pentacles tells me that they want serious commitment with you. And that, of course, is also indicated by this could be the one. However, we have to talk about this first. Again, Justice, I always call it the karma clearing card. And very important to me, karma has nothing to do with punishment. To me, karma is something that is, yeah, something oppressed that comes up and that needs to be healed. And so this card, of course, the Wheel of Fortune, you see, it's like turning and turning and turning. It's like we have repeating cycles in our life, and it's also sometimes called the karmic wheel. And so we do have 2 cards that kind of indicate clearing some karmic cycles. So this could be a very high soul connection, divine counterpart connection, could be twin flame. There are other divine counterparts as well. Not everybody is a twin flame. Not everybody's twin flame is incarnated at the same time. But we all have a divine counterpart. It doesn't matter what soul connection it is. So this might be a divine counterpart that you have encountered here. And what happens with some divine counterparts is that you actually are not, I don't want to say each other's usual type. That doesn't mean that you think the other person is ugly. For example, my twin flame and I think he's very handsome. He is, oh my god, he's to me like the hottest person I've ever seen. But as I always say, there is differences, age difference, cultural, not cultural difference so much, but class difference, and there's different lifestyle, completely different lifestyle, which is like a typical thing for twin flames. They're so much alike, and when it comes to the character, but still there is something that is polar opposite. And I get that with the look beyond immediate appearances. It's like there is something that, yeah, what I'm getting is maybe you are different from what they're used to. Maybe you look different than their usual type. Maybe you're a different culture than what they usually dated. Maybe different anyway, something is different about you. Okay, maybe they're a party boy and you don't like party, or vice versa, or whatever it is. There is something different. And they like it though. I mean, we have, this could be the one. Yeah, it's just maybe there is something that is triggering them connected to that, because again, if this specific thing doesn't resonate, then it's something else, you know. It's just an example. But many high soul connections, of course, especially twin flames, they come in and they want those differences, like one person being poor, one being rich, and that is something that society would be like, okay, why is this person dating that person? Why is the rich person dating the poor person? Or the poor person just wants the rich person for their money, when it's not that at all. Or they have different religions, which of course can cause problems in some cultures. They could have different, some twin flames don't even have a common language. Or there's often huge age gaps, of course. And not in my case, but in many cases, the woman is even older than the man, which is something in the society that people are like, oh, older woman, younger man, you know, is frowned upon. So twin flames often come to kind of heal what the collective thinks, like in the matrix, you know, that the belief systems, like older guy, younger girl is okay, but vice versa is not okay. Older guy, younger girl is okay, but not 20 years, only like a specific age gap. Or you know, you should date within your class, you should date within your race, whatever it is. Or I've had several, not several, I had like 3 of my clients, they were lesbians, and they had like have a high soul connection to a woman that before that has been hetero and has never even loved a woman, and or vice versa. And in one case, that guy was outed as gay, and his twin flame was a woman. And so things like this, of course, can create chaos, absolutely chaos. And again, it's often like frowned upon by the society. And twin flames or high soul connections have the purpose to clear that by proving, no, it's love. It doesn't matter if you're different races, doesn't matter if you have different religions, doesn't matter different cultures, doesn't matter what status, financial status, whatever it is. We are, it's age doesn't matter. It's love. It's true love. And why I'm saying this is, I mean, with this card, I said before, I'm feeling there may be something that is different about you, but I'm getting with this, that there is something that needs to be healed. And it could be something like I was just mentioning, that societal standards play a role, but it could of course be, and it could be both, subconscious own issues. And that of course is always the case when we meet those high soul connections. That is always the case, that we get triggered and we have to clear old karmic cycles. That is the norm. Okay. um so you're doing something to this person. Your person felt this probably, again, probably from the very start, that this is very special. Either that, or maybe they didn't feel it for a while, and then it came all of a sudden, and they were like, shoot, what's going on here? And that is just like working and working and working in them, and it's healing, and it's testing them, it is challenging them, it is yeah, it's a challenge basically. However, they are willing to fight. Absolutely, not fight disconnection, fight for this connection, fight facing their old trauma, because we got this card of bravery, and it's called Siegfried's, and Drachenkampf means like Drache means dragon, and Kampf it's fight. It's like Siegfried who's getting ready to go out and fight the dragon. So it is in down here, it's like bravery. So he is brave, and he is fighting for what is important. And then of course the 10 of Pentacles does mean that he sees, if it's he, it could be a she, of course, they see you as somebody that they can grow old with the 10 of Pentacles. But also Pentacles to me indicate the physical realm. So they don't just want to have a spiritual connection, they want this in the physical. Also, I'm feeling with this card, I feel like if you're not in touch right now, because they, again, there may be healing family issues. I kind of like this card. As I said before, there is some stuff that needs healing. It could be society issues. There's no card in here saying healing society issues, but I mean, what society issues? Usually we get imprinted by our families, right? If we even if we grow up in a society that is very much open, if we are growing up in a very traditional family, then that might be different. So what I'm feeling here is what is healing can be childhood issues, like literally family issues, having experienced some kind of abuse, and it doesn't have to be as big as like physical abuse or sexual abuse. It could also be like mental abuse, or just feeling a bit like the outsider, and whatever it is. I'm feeling that is going on with them right now, but also like on a bigger scale. Anyway, what I was going to say here, look at those. I'm feeling like your person, if you're not in touch right now, will reach out. We get it with the bravery card, but also here like they're reaching out towards one another. And again, with the orange moon, you can manifest it. And I'm also thinking your person know that you could be the one, and they are trying to manifest you in their life. They want to have this 10 of Pentacles, and do something for someone else, give your attention to someone else. I'm feeling like they want to give attention to you. I feel like they want to nurture you, want to cuddle you, like they want to make you feel good. And I'm feeling like really cuddling, cradling. And I mean, look, we got the Mother of Cups, which to me indicates like the woman of their dreams, a person of their dreams. And then this could be the one as well. The Retreat, we can read in two ways. It could be that you are in separation, kind of like, and because there's healing going on, but also when they come back, they want to have you to themselves, like having private conversations, talking to you like in private. And with these links, I mean, look at those eyes always. I feel like they want to see you, and I'm feeling like also maybe they are watching you. I think I have a pick a card. Are they watching me on social media? You can check that out. But I'm feeling like they do have an eye on you. And since this reading is called Is There a Spiritual Connection? Are they aware of it? Yes, they are. And so I can imagine that they are even using those means, to check it out, that they know how to draw their attention inward and feel this connection and feel how you are. And maybe they are a spiritual person as well. Maybe they are asking others for advice, like, I don't know, maybe they ask tarot readers or anybody else if that they are getting readings or something. This is, I think, personally my favorite pile. And yeah, I mean, it's my favorite stone. So I felt like if one of the readings is from me this time, I felt like it would be this one when I placed it on the card. And again, here I'm feeling high soul connection. This is not the only pile where I feel that it's a high soul connection, but here I feel it the strongest. I do feel it the strongest here. And also with this card, I mean, it's called oneness, and I'm going to read it now. I mean, what is high soul connection? Is oneness. You are one with your person, and I'm feeling like they are aware of it. Maybe on some days more than on others, of course, because again, we do have like the bright days and the dark days. But your person, I'm feeling right now, is they are actually working on healing. They are doing their work, and if this is my person as well, then I am very proud of him, and I hope you are proud of your people as well, because they're brave. And we all know it's not easy to do shadow work. It's like digging. I mean, again, we do have 2 cards of clearing karma and healing family issues, so it's not easy. And I'm feeling like, again, it could be more than just family issues. It could also be like society issues. You know, maybe there's like people saying, okay, I don't know, like, are you sure you want this younger person, older person, black person, white person, different religion person, whatever it is. So I'm feeling that for some of them, maybe they do have people talking about it, trying to talk them out of it, which is okay, because if it is their job to clear societal issues, then of course they have to be confronted with that, right, in order to do their work. But they are. And the Mother of Cups, of course, also is, even if your person is a man, they have an inner woman as well. We do have an inner feminine, an inner masculine, and an inner child. And the Mother of Cups tells me that they are somewhat intuitive as well, that they have a good feeling, that they feel this connection. And yeah, I'm proud of them. They're doing it. And what I'm also getting is this person, your person, and I know that this includes my person, they're kind, they're gentle. I know that is something I absolutely adore about my twin flame, because I just get to do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. Like, as I said before, my first impulse, and I'm sticking with it, was that they want to do something good for you. But what I get as well is that there's somebody, they just want everybody to be happy. And maybe that is a bit of the issue. You cannot make everybody happy, especially if there's like, they have to overcome some, naysayers, for example. But I'm feeling like this is a very gentle, kind, sweet, loving person. Again, oneness. Let's do it. You observe the light and dark of duality as a way to see your creations manifest into the physical. Again, this is about manifesting. We do have that here. I feel like your person tried to manifest you, and constant is trying to manifest you, either for some of them maybe even consciously if they know what manifesting is, and for others subconsciously by visualizing or daydreaming about you or stuff like that, or journaling. Journaling, of course, is a way to manifest. So if you do write a journal, very important, don't write about all the negative stuff that happened. Don't manifest it by writing it down. You write about the positive. Or if something negative happened and you want to journal, then you write it instead how you wish it would have happened, but not hypothetically, but as if it really happened the way you would have wanted it to happen. That can be a powerful way to actually heal something. So if you've had a bad day and you do journal, then just write in your journal that I don't know, if a conversation went bad, you just write the conversation like you wish it had been. Sorry for, let's go back. But as soon as I get a message from Spirit, it has to come out. I'm sorry, I'm sure those of you who channel as well know how it goes. So again, you observe the light and dark of duality as a way to see your creations manifest into the physical. The great light of love is different to the light of duality. It is the merging of all opposites into one, Become clear with this. Otherwise, you will be chasing only light, happy, and nice, denying the dark, sad, and awful, or vice versa. Opposites exist when you focus on one side. You know what you do want when you know what you don't want. Duality exists on this plane to have us ask different questions of life and create physical manifestations from the energy that flows from those questions. This is how you create your life. All is well, for the light of oneness will never judge you. It just shines upon you always. It is us who don't always feel its presence when we are focusing on a false perception of reality. There was something, yeah, again, this part, light and duality, becoming clear with this, reminds me very well of, again, like here, clearing, that they are clearing, and we are called, of course, to do that as well. Duality exists, so sometimes a shadow moment can be very important because it tells you what you don't want, and that can be very important as well. And I'm getting the light of oneness will never judge you. So if you have fears, like maybe, I don't know, my person before me always liked curvy girls and I'm slender, or they always like slender girls and I'm curvy, or they like blonde and I'm brunette, whatever it is, or cultures, again, your person is a kind person and they see you as the Queen of Cups, so they're not judging you. It's usually us ourselves who are judging ourselves, right? And your person is not judging you in any way. To them, you are, the Mother of Cups, you are amazing. And again, I get with the spontaneous card and hear that they felt this connection. This could be the one. They felt it either, look, immediate. They felt it either right away, or there was just like a Tao moment is the wrong word, but like it's a moment where it happened all of a sudden, like a shift. But I'm feeling for most of you it was love at first sight, which of course indicates like a twin flame, or divine counterpart, because there's this soul recognition right away. And I remember like when I first saw my twin the first time, we couldn't even talk to one another. There was like a barrier in between us, but he just didn't matter where he was in the room, he was always like looking at me. almost tripping. It was adorable. So there, you can see it in their eyes, so there is this thing happening right then. And so this to me is the last pile to me indicates very high soul connection. And do they feel it? Yes, they do. Absolutely. 2 yes cards. They do feel it. So I hope it resonated. I am looking forward to your nice comments always. And yeah, I appreciate everybody who's liking, subscribing, sharing, hitting the bell icon. And of course, I am available for personal readings. You can reach out. My contact information is below. And yeah, I wish you all the best. So bye-bye.